can you take us back a little bit from when you picked up the first pencil to start designing the first model and how you got it and how you got to this beautiful design?
Yeah. Um, so it really was, the vision of having a flying car that what propelled me from the start. And you can see the inspiration behind all these futuristic movies. For me, the question was really how the propulsion system will work, not really if it's gonna happen or not, because I knew, like many of us, that flying cars are happening. So as it happened, that my eureka moment was I saw this kid playing with a drone, and I saw how accurate and how easy it's to control, and understand. Okay, now we have the mechanism of how this thing is gonna work. So fast forward, we started in different designs. We started with what we call the Y6 configuration of six coaxial, or basically three pairs of coaxial rotating motors. And then we switched to the X1, which is four pairs of coaxial counter-rotating motors. And then we switched to the Doroni H1P1, which is the one that actually flew inside the facility and we got the FAA certification for. That basically was the design that we saw, the ducted design. And we knew that at that point that we have to come up with a more efficient airframe. This design was an initial design that helps us hover and fly and show, okay, we have something in our hand. But then we took our time, and it was challenging. We tested 13, 14 different iterations of new design. Because the challenge is, okay, you have a sort of a quadrocopter, or essentially an octocopter, right, with 8 motors. But the problem is it wasn't efficient in terms of flying forward. And we knew we had to do something to get extra lift in order to get the range that we want to achieve. So we worked with different groups from the United States that had that experience. And essentially, at one point, I mean, we were almost like, okay, let's get out with this. But I didn't feel that this is what we have in our hands, and you know that.
Right.
This was part of the discussion that we had. And I don't do things if I don't feel 100%, correct with. So it took a little bit more time. It was cooked better, hopefully not well done, which is medium. And we came up with the H1-X, which is a beautiful design. For me, it touches two main points. The first point is that it's the most efficient airframe that you can find for this mission, for this ability of this eVTOL type of personnel. Because you have to be able to park it in a 2-car garage, but it has to have a certain range, a certain mission to do, and it's a very versatile machine. So this is the first thing. The second thing is, and this just came nature of it, nature of the beast, is it's the most closest you can find to the sci-fi movies, this design. So it captures both our imagination, but also sustainability and practicality in the same phase.